Well, this is where they brought those human remains, believed to be Gabby Petito.
Hey everybody, I just want to get out a very quick mapping update of the exact approximate location of Gabby Petito's body when it was encountered yesterday by the police. This is just absolutely crazy at the correlation and the shortness of the distance between where the van was parked, with the van door closing in zoomed in footage, and with sandals being seen on the ground in the video. This makes us wonder, was Gabby alive and with Brian at this time? But the location of the van and the act of quickly closing the door when being approached, all of these things point to suspicious actions at this point, especially with all indications of this video from red, white, and Bethune being absolutely the same as the time period as the physical and electronic disappearance. We can also see the deterioration of things even before arriving at Grand Tetons, because there are no family communications or happy posts about arriving at the Grand Tetons National Park. There was just nothing other than a couple obscure sightings of the van and a possible sighting in a bar in Ashton, but this really was likely a false sighting because it was at 10 p.m. on August 27th. It seems very, very likely that Gabby died that night based on the parking location of the van in the vicinity of her death. It is most likely that disaster struck sometime the afternoon or evening of the 27th in the most intelligent guess we can come up with. The real question is how did she or they get to the other side of the water? This water generally was very shallow, and we saw this in some of the search videos with the horses going across. Did Gabby run away from the van parking place and she was pursued? Okay guys, let's get into this body location and map breakdown. Here we have the Forest Road 30290, which is basically where the van was hidden and parked at 6:30 on August 27th, with Gabby's body being found probably 1,000 to 2,000 feet from the location estimated based on chopper footage, the tent placement in that chopper footage, and looking at the terrain surrounding it. If you saw the high definition zoomed in video of that leading up to that, it was an ominous almost to see that door being closed as the RV approached that point. We can only imagine the horrors or what was going on inside that van. Was Gabby still alive? We may never know. But what we do know is just 0.1 miles away, just across Spread Creek, Gabby Petito was laying dead when FBI and local officials were searching endlessly for her, just 0.1 miles away from a YouTube video that came across the van. And it was at the almost exact time of the last electronic communication from Gabby Petito. We do know it is almost assuredly on that day of the 27th, either shortly before, shortly after, Gabby Petito lost her life at this point here. We don't know where exactly, but she ended up here. So we can only just go through what theories how could she get across this water creek? Did Brian, after accidentally killing her or killing her in a rage near the van here, did he drag her across the creek, or did he put her in the van and at some point he made the trek over to the other side of the creek? We may never know exactly how she made it to the other side of this shallow water, but we do know that just 0.1 miles away from this location, that on August 27th we saw the van, Gabby Petito lied dead. And that was just 0.6 miles away from Spread Creek dispersed campsite. Right over here at Spread Creek, Gabby Petito was a 10-minute walk from somebody, 0.6 miles away from somebody hearing her screams, from somebody helping her. So we know that it just didn't happen where she was so close to so many people over here, somebody that could have helped her. 0.6 miles away, a 10 to 12 minute walk. If you were able to get across easily up here, or there was another way you could go around over here on this road right here, Una Hill Road. But we know Forest Road 30290 met with Una Hill Road, and that was the road that Gabby Petito's van at least was hidden there, slightly off the beaten path. But it wasn't very off the beaten path because it was a road that led right into the dispersed campsite. So we can only theorize until we know more about how Gabby Petito came to rest for the last time here. Okay guys, leave down in the commentaries what are you guys' theories and opinions, what you guys have seen out there, and what you guys think is more likely. All we know really for sure is that right now, Brian Laundrie is the most wanted man in America. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you liked and you got value from this video, and I'll keep getting out more content and news as soon as it comes out. Thank you guys, have a wonderful evening.